Hello, we're Molly Mish. After 10 years exploring all there is to see in US, Canada, and Mexico, we built a camper out of a 4-wheel drive Mercedes Sprinter van and headed across the pond to continue our journeys in Europe. After enduring year-long self-imposed isolation in Croatia during the height of the pandemic, we are ready to resume our European adventures. This summer, we're headed to the Irish and British Isles, starting with the Republic of Ireland. Join us as we explore and discover the magic of the Emerald Isle. I was hoping this place would get a little less busy because it's Monday, but that did not happen. Apparently it is still as busy as the weekends around here because of the surf school that we're parked next to. Not exactly big waves, but you know, it's what these kids need for their first time probably. It's kind of like a surf camp over here. You know, in the evenings it kind of dies down, but I suspect it's going to be like this all day long for the remainder of summer. So we're going to take off today. It's not exactly a cat-friendly place for them to be out and run around, unfortunately. But it is nice. I see the appeal. I see why people are here. But, you know, we just got to move on. We do have a lot of places to see still, you know, and we probably only got about 3-4 weeks max left of this place. So it's probably best that we move on. But there is water here, so we're gonna, or at least I'm gonna, take a quick little outdoor shower, heat up some water, and just dump cups of water over my head. Stay left or drive left? What did you say? Stay left?
Stay left.
Stay left, look right. Stay left, look right. Well, off to the next place we go. There's a donut shop here today. The Argosy Airstream pizza place is still here. Finally today, hopefully we'll drive to some place where the cats can roam free. Fingers crossed. I think what we figured out is if there's a nice beach, doesn't matter how the photos look. The photos can look totally empty, but it could be just shoulder season or off season. It's going to be crowded because it's just the time of year. You know, we're talking about beginning of August right now. Everybody's on summer vacation, everybody's out doing stuff. So we have to just go to a place where there's not like a nice beach for parents to take their kids to go frolic. Then we'll be fine. So let's hope that prediction is true, because my prediction about Monday was totally false. But we did meet. We have some space to the right of us, and this car just pulled up this morning. Parked really close. It's a pretty tight spot, but you know, they're just here for the day, so whatever. But it turns out they're from Texas. One guy came 3 years ago. He was working for Apple Computers in their Texas office. Decided to move to Ireland to work for Apple here, which their office, interestingly enough, it's not in Dublin, but in Cork, which is the second biggest town, and brought his Texas friend over, and they moved over just recently. So we're parked next to 2 families that are from the United States. So it was fun chatting a little bit. They gave us some information about, you know, what they've learned about living in Ireland for a few years. And yeah, off we go to the next spot. You guys going back down, huh? You're just following the dog. Oh. Hi. How many are there? Oh my god, they're all coming back. Oh my god, there's so many. It's like a parade. It's a parade of cows. Oh, I see the end. No, I don't. Just when I thought I'd seen the end, there's another one. What do you think, twin? Those are big cats, huh, Twin? What are they? Where are you going? Uh-oh, Twin. Uh-oh, Twin. Twin, get away.
Twin.
Oh no, oh no.
Be careful of that cow.
Oh. Okay. I don't think he can see us. Oh my God. Keep moving. Number 42. Twin. Where'd Twin go? Oh, there's Toby. Twin go back in? Where's Twin?
Underneath right there.
Okay. Yeah, you hide there. You hide there, Twin. There's one bull in that group of cows. And he's the guy at the end right there. Right there, you can see him. The Wild Atlantic Way. We're at a spot called Towhead. And that's the Irish spelling, Irish words for the same name. Finally, a place where the cats can roam. Sort of. When the cows aren't sniffing them down anyways. That thing right there is a signal tower, apparently. An old one. I'm guessing they don't use it for a signal tower anymore. However kind of signaling they would have done back in the day. But right now there's just a little shack over here that's got some kind of antenna. Probably used for signaling. The modern way. And this road ends right here. And down there is called Towhead. And we're on the, this is the Wild Atlantic Way. It's about 2,500 kilometers, roughly 1,500 miles of just windy roads all the way up the west side of Ireland. We just started doing this. Places like this where we are, just unbelievable scenery. I mean, look all around us. I mean, look over there. Unbelievable scenery. But not a really like fun place for people to bring their kids and just kind of play, you know? So this is the kind of place that would be best for us to camp at. Because we're here, we're after the solitude, we're after the wilderness, the wild aspect of the Wild Atlantic Way. And we're also after like this unbelievable scenery. Like, it was raining pretty good when we got here. And it was foggy, overcast. And then it started to clear a little bit. And just out in the distance, we saw this little island thing. And it looks like a castle. I mean, still does. It looks like a castle in the middle of the water. But it's not. It's just eroded rocks. And if you look at it from satellite view, you can see that it's like, it's not one solid rock. It's just like slivers of rock walls in the sea or in the ocean. From here on out, there's probably not going to be a lot of busy places. We'll get to Galway in the next few weeks, and that's going to be probably our next big-ish city. Other than that, I think we're going to, yeah, just try to see as much of the West Coast as we can and camp at places like this. And the cats are finally happy. The cats, when we got here, even though it was raining, we let them out. They just bolted out, ran all around, crawled through there. Some of the cows were over here on this field, and Twin was walking along the walls of his old rock building. They came in soaking wet. We dedicated a dish towel to clean their feet as they jumped in. But it's been like a good 3 days since they were able to roam without having their leash. And even before that, the last time they were able to roam was the place that we stayed at by Mahone Falls. And that was just super windy and not a whole lot for them to explore. So they didn't even explore that much when we were there. So if you count that, and then you count the time that we spent in Dublin, the time that we spent, you know, a couple of days before that getting off the ferry, they really only got to explore one other time. Really have fun exploring one other time outside of the van since we've been in Dublin, or since we've been in Ireland 8 or 9 days ago is about when we got here. So this is a good spot. And the people that own those cows, the farmers that own those cows, This woman kept driving by up and down. She did it about 3 times, and finally the last time all the cows came and she was following them up, honking their horn at them, trying to get them to move. And she saw us, and one of the kids waved at her through the window. And then she came back with one of her kids in the passenger seat and came out and gave us farm eggs from her hens. Asked if we're traveling, and yeah, obviously intrigued by our California license plates. So that's always a good icebreaker. So I got a little bit of information about this tower thing back here. Tell you guys what it's all about. This is called the Towhead Signal Tower. At the beginning of the 19th century, Ireland feared a French invasion. So in 1803, a plan was made to build signal towers all around the coast of Ireland. They had to spot an incoming fleet of invaders, and through signals warn the government in Dublin. So in 1804 and 1805, a total of 81 of these towers were built. All of them are situated on strategically high and often remote exposed locations, kind of like this one. They all have intervisibility with their neighbors, so the signaling was done by means of flags and balls on a mast in front of the tower. So essentially, like before radios, right? So these would have been towers where they would communicate to, so you can see them. You can almost see them. There's some towers out in the distance. So from here, 81 of them, one by one by one, they would play telephone, and it'll get the information all the way to Dublin, back in the early beginning of the 19th century. The tower themselves were used as quarters for the signaling crew, between 8 to 12 men, defensible against a small attacking force. And although there's some variation, most all the towers are broadly similar in construction. Square, 2 to 3 stories high. Entrance door, the first floor, has a seaward side and a landward side, where all the machineries are. The exteriors were rendered or weather slated for protection against the elements. There may also have been a smaller ancillary structure at these sites, which I guess this one just has like a tower and then like a little thing on the side. And after the defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo in 1815, the threat of a French invasion was gone. So along with that, in the high maintenance of costs, they've pretty much abandoned all of these towers. So now they're just left here as a relic of history. So it's pretty cool. A little bit of history for me, a little bit of history for you guys. Trying to get the cats to stay behind by the van while we go for a little walk. It's always tricky. Sometimes we want them to walk with us if we're not going far, but other times, if we're going to be out for a while, we want them to stick around the van, because if they get lost and they're not close to the van, we may not find them again. So, I don't know. Maybe I should give them more credit, but I just don't know. We don't want to risk it. So, tell them to stay by the van is the best thing to do. There's plenty of things for them to explore. And we're just going to walk down here to go check out this beach that we drove by earlier yesterday. To see how it is. Dip our toes in the water. It's a really rural neighborhood. There's probably maybe a dozen houses in this whole area. Pretty big houses though, like farmhouses with barns and lots of cows, some horses, stuff like that around here. These all seem to be full-time residents of the area. We're pretty close to the southernmost point of Ireland. I'm sure there's some islands and stuff that are further south from here. In fact, we can see an island, an uninhabited island, further south from us. But from the main island of Ireland, we're pretty close to the further south point, the southernmost point. It is our sort of goal, though, somewhat of a goal, to try to see as much as we can on the Wild Atlantic Way. And this is one of the coolest spots that we've been to yet. Really nice area. See, here's one of those houses now. And they got a little tool shed over here. Beautiful countryside.
Yeah, but it looks like they used concrete and just stuck stones on it.
Yeah. Really nice stone wall they made here. Wooden gate. So it's about a half-mile walk from the watchtower down to this little cove here. We drove by yesterday on the way here, and the weather was really bad. Today, right now specifically, it's beautiful. Nice and warm, no rain, but it's gonna start up again later. So we're just taking this opportunity to go check it out. We're gonna spend another night, and then tomorrow we'll go continue down to, I don't know, maybe the village of Baltimore in Ireland. Another cool stone wall. That's the symbol all along the road here to show that this is part of the Wild Atlantic Way. And then there's a south, sign S for south. Sometimes you see N for north. Here's the cove. Almost warm enough to swim. We'll see. See, if it was flatter here, we could have almost parked here last night. But it's a bit too slanted, not level. Would have been hard for us to level. Would you swim in it? Oh, that water we saw is running down here. This is fresh water.
Maybe meet it up with other streams.
Yeah, probably. Fresh water going to sea. It's nice, isn't it? Let me see how the water is. It's clear. Water's really clear. It's pretty chilly. We can definitely do it. Because it's a stone, rocky beach. It's not fine sand. Water turns out to be really clear. Nice. You getting ready?
Yeah. But no filming going there.
No filming while you're in there with your guts?
Yes.
AKA underwear?
Yes.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye.
He's going swimming. Are you freezing?
I'm gonna go under.
Oh my god, it's so cold.
Let us take a picture.
Ah! Oh my god. He's crazy. Ava's gonna go in.
Fully closed.
Fully closed. Never gonna dry.
How does it dry when we wash it?
Magic. Oh my god, he's really going for it. See, I'm almost knee high in the water, and the whites of my legs are showing.
The whites of my legs.
The white meat, not the dark meat. They couldn't help themselves. They had to go too. But they were wearing their shirts. Was it everything you ever dreamed of?
Yes, cold and disappointing.
I don't think so.
I think you had fun.
Welcome to Towhead Watchtower. We're back. Let's see where the cats are. There you are, twin. Did you have fun? Are you having fun? Uh-oh. You got a bug on your leg? We're leaving today, but I realized that I never showed you guys the inside of this signaling tower. So I'm gonna attempt to crawl under this electric fence to give you guys a look. You know, this place is pretty quiet. It was perfect for the cats. But there have been daily visitors, either by foot, by car, or by bicycle, multiple times a day. And during sunset, it was especially busy. Okay, here it is. It's about 3 stories tall, and you can tell it used to have this like purple cladding. Not really sure what it's made of. That purple cladding could be made of wood. I don't know. It's for weather resistance. That part I read about. You can come in here, but it's there's not much left, and it looks a bit scary. And look at that. A wooden beam is basically eroded to nothing. And it does look like at some point somebody refurbished that window frame. And also this header on this doorway. I'm gonna quickly walk under this without this falling on me. Okay, there we go. And this header too, this header, somebody put that there so it wouldn't collapse. Looks like that was an entryway that was closed off. Let me see if I can get to this other side here. Yeah. No roof. More of the same. There would have been beams here that made the floor of the 2nd story. That's really low. I mean, this is barely 5 foot tall. This is either a door or a window. And then that is presumably a window that was covered up. Like a little fireplace. Is that a fireplace? Maybe. Yeah, because they would have been living here year round. Something carved into this. The Gift Castle? 09? Look at that, just eroded away. You can see the slate rock that was used to build this. All right, where else can I go? Let's walk around it, if I can. I don't know if I can get into this tall 3-story part or not. Here's a little side building. It's attached. It's kind of almost like a lean-to storage shed on this side here. You don't have to worry about snakes here in Ireland because there are no snakes in Ireland. Wind. There's wind. Lots of wind. Yeah, I can't get into that main part. And yeah, this window is filled in. Go back around. Not much to see in this old signaling tower. But it did offer something nice to look at for the last couple of days while we were here. But today we're leaving. Continue on down the Wild Atlantic Way. Well, I could get in here. This hole, heavily eroded hole, but I don't need to. You can see right through. No floors, no ceilings, nothing left. Shows you how much wind erosion happens here and rain. Even the rocks on a building gets wind and rain eroded. But today we're gonna go not too far, I don't think. I'm a little conflicted in how much we want to try to dip into these different peninsulas, these different heads of the west coast. We're technically still in the south coast of Ireland. We haven't gone to the west side yet. There's a couple more peninsula things that we can go see, but I don't know if there's any real notable ones until we really get to the west side. So, well, first thing first, we can go to the store, get a couple things, and then we're gonna go find a place to refresh our systems, our tanks, and our fresh waters and gray waters and stuff like that.
No. The one that is bluish.
Well, so we're at the town of Baltimore, on the sort of the southwest corner of Ireland. It is much busier here than we thought. There's a pretty good sized marina, a harbor, little ferries that take you out to some of the islands out here. But I had no idea what's today, Tuesday or Wednesday? Middle of the week. Had no idea that in the middle of the week it was going to be this crowded. We literally could not find a parking place down by the water, so we had to park. We drove all the way around. It was packed. Mostly Irish travelers, visitors, tourists. A couple of people from the UK by license plates that we can tell, but completely packed. The restaurant down by the water, outdoor seating's totally full. People walking around, eating ice cream, drinking beer, eating fish and chips. We couldn't find a place to park except for that spot right there, which was, as you can tell, pretty slanted. So, turned the wheel into the curb, parking brake, and some wheel chocks. We got our stuff. We can go try and take a shower down here by the harbor. It is a madhouse down here, relatively speaking. We'll also say the road here was pretty sketchy. I mean, the road is fine, it's just not very wide, and it's 2 lanes. So with all the cars coming in and out, some of them are pretty big. Some places I really don't think there's much of a choice. There's no way we can both fit. And there's not a lot of places to pull out, because people don't really trim their hedges. They grow right up to the road and then some. Here we are right there. And this is the harbor master's office. Nobody's in there. We gotta find a place to get change. Yeah, there's nobody in there. So here's the bathrooms and showers, and they have coin operated showers, but we need to find some coins. Okay, so there's no change machines. So now our mission is to go find some place that'll give us change. €1 coins specifically for showers. Not sure where we can go for that, to tell you the truth. Marlene's gonna try a restaurant or a bar or a pub and see what they say. All right, Marlene did it. Marlene got us 5 €1 coins. That means we get 3 minutes each. So I don't want anybody going in there, soaping up, taking too long, and then not have a way to rinse off. Look how we did it.
Showered?
Turns out 3 minutes is plenty of time, huh?
Yes.
Did you clean yourself really good?
Yes. 99% of the time, I didn't have soap on me.
We were a little bit in a rush at the beginning, but we didn't have to be. It felt good. The water was warm.
Yeah.
It's probably the longest shower we've taken in a long time. Since we were at the... Where was the last place we had a shower? Oh, at the campground after we went to the... after we left Dublin.
What harbor?
The Moneyland Farms
Oh yeah,
campground.
Moneyland.
They had nice showers there. Well, let's get out of this place. The place looks cool, but not this crowded cool. Definitely looks like a very tourism-centric town. Everybody here is just sightseeing, drinking beers, drinking coffee, eating ice cream. But we're gonna get out of here. We gotta go find a place still to empty our water, gray water, black water, and fill up with some fresh water. We're actually doing pretty good on fresh water. We've gotten to this rhythm of our 3 7-gallon jugs, using just the main jug, and then with a little extra fill port that I made on all the jugs, I've been just topping it off with plastic water bottles. We've got a 7-liter bottle and 2 5-liter bottles and a 2-liter bottle. I've been just using that to top off, and we can use the 7 gallons plus just water from those extra bottles for about 2 days without having to switch 7-gallon jugs, which is pretty cool because that means I don't have to take the water bottles out. So basically, unless we commit to staying someplace for more than a few days, 2 days is a sweet spot, because usually we can get by with just one of our portable toilets, one of the 2 that we have, which has a 5-gallon capacity. We can get by with just using one every 2 days. So if we can do that, then all I gotta do is empty one toilet and fill up one jug. That makes the filling and dumping process easier, but we have the capacity to go as much as 3 times that amount if we needed to, meaning 6 days. But that's with 5 people, you know, so our limit is the black water, because we have not just those 3 7-gallon jugs, we also have a 7-gallon road shower on the roof, which that could get us probably to the 7th or 8th day, but we'll run out of black water capacity.